Hi Virgo, welcome to your Lionsgate portal reading for August 8th, 2020. This is a period from July 26th through August 12th. And quite simply, very simply, it is your light activating time, the light inside of you. And you get to set something down and manifest for the new. Again, simply put. Everything else you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. If this does involve a person, this could resonate with theirs or your moon, rising, or Venus sign also. All right, let's go. Virgo, Lionsgate. Okay, what's going on for Virgo here? Hey, Ace of Cups, Page of Cups, High Priestess, that could be Pisces or Cancerian. The Emperor, that could be Aries. Two of Cups. I'm going to move this because I know it's a little shiny. Okay. Five of Cups. All right. Hey. Okay. Need a better shelf. All right. So, what's this? You know what? Virgo, I feel like you need to let yourself and let somebody off the hook here. I think this is about forgiveness. This is Page of Cups for Virgo. The Devil, that could be Capricorn. Okay. What's this High Priestess about? Eight of Wands. What's this? Connection does not mean control here. What's this Emperor about for Virgo? Okay. All right. So this is, for the Virgos I'm reading for, this is about you stepping into, I feel like you've met someone that you are having a hard time allowing in. It's just Two of Cups, and this is you. Look at that, two Five of Cups. You honestly, this feels like somebody has hurt you, and I get that at a certain age it's not just baggage, it's luggage. I get it, but for the Virgos I'm reading for, you're dealing with someone that has I was going to jump. Ten of Swords has hurt you. And this is about you forgiving and grieving and being able to move on. Grieving, forgiving, and moving on. This is Knight of Wands. I read that as Leo. So, but I don't think it's moving on from the person. Just hear me out. I think that this is about you, I hate to say it, but on a superficial level, getting over it, right? And that doesn't mean that you get back together with somebody. It just means that you set things down and go, okay, I don't need to be right anymore. You know, fine. I've learned. I'm giving up the right to be right. You know, however you want to look at it. That's all usually what it means for me is the chip on my shoulder gets knocked off. But I also think that this is not just with one person. I think this is a habit, something that you do to insulate and protect yourself. And you don't have to give up this independent nature, this very in charge and in control and sort of stable, providing, structured nature. You don't have to give that up. But it seems like when someone gets close to you, you flee. You don't like that closeness, and you've met somebody here that is of great importance to you, and you don't have to be that way with them. And I bristle at saying that only because I don't want it to be like, you know, you got to bare your soul and let down your guard and all that. No, you don't do that. But you don't have to run from it either. You don't have to be, there's a sense of fight or flight here. And it's not about doing that anymore. It's about grieving that hurt and forgiving, regardless of if that means you're going to be back with this person as a friend, as a romantic partner, whatever it is. It's about grieving the past hurt and moving on from it. So whether you do that privately or you do that in conjunction with communicating this to the person, your call. But you're hanging on to something that is not beneficial for you or the other person. And this is about letting that go, the whole needing to fight or flight, withholding information, being very kind of controlling and manipulative, maybe with information. No shade, no judgment. But there's a huge amount of control here. And that has its place. There's nothing wrong with that. But you're dealing with somebody that, for all intents and purposes, what's showing here is that you have a great connection or you care a great deal about, and it's on that precipice. It could go either way, and that's going to be your call. Regardless of what you do, and again, this doesn't have to be a romantic reading. Regardless of what you do, forgiveness is called for here. Forgiveness so you can move forward is called for here. This is about you getting your power back. And right now it's kind of hung up on being strategic and withholding and kind of, and I'm not talking about people that need to do that for protection purposes or that this is survival and whatnot. We're talking about a reasonable situationship here that could be more if old patterns of holding on to past grudges was put to the wayside, was sort of transitioned out of, and manifesting you actually being able to be fully present and authentic with someone, friends, family member. This is about forgiving past hurts. So it doesn't mean that you're back together with that person, everything's hunky-dory, but you are forgiving here. It's about letting go that which does not serve you so that you can feel connected and one emotionally with the person or just yourself, like waking up and being like, wow, I'm glad I don't have that hanging over my head anymore. It doesn't have to be in love here. But forgiveness, regardless if it's with the person or if it's you flying solo. I feel like you've been closed off to this situation, and it's holding you up. It's hampering you. It's getting in the way of you connecting authentically with others. I should say connecting on your own terms with others. This is keeping you in a position of kind of maneuvering and having to maintain a certain amount of control. And you don't have to lose that beautiful, discerning mind, but it's not serving you to be closed off and to be closed off. That's for a word. So for this portal, this is about you finally being able to move forward with what you want to do. You're not going to be held back anymore by your behavior of, and this isn't someone holding you back. This is what you need to let go of in order to be able to make room for growth, for getting over this. I wish I had a better way to say that, but for letting this go. And grieving has to take place here. This is about grieving, forgiving, so that you can get your control back and move forward, because you're stuck. You're stuck, and you want this. You don't want this Page of Cups here. This is an idea. This is excitement. This is whatever. But you're disconnected from what you want because you shut this down. You're more worried about protecting yourself than you are about opening up and connecting. And that's okay. It has its place. But this is a chance to look at why, to grieve why you couldn't, what was done. And then once the grieving is done, this is about forward movement, going after what you want. My hunch is, now don't throw things at the screen, that whatever you have been avoiding and doing the dance with is still waiting for you on the other side. There's forgiveness on both sides here. So again, it doesn't mean rejoining with that person and reinstalling the relationship or whatnot, but it does mean it's sort of an olive branch here. But we've got movement, and we've got going after what you want, and not feeling compromised because of it. So this is kind of coming full circle with an issue that has been getting the better of you, or has caused you to really keep yourself held back and to have this kind of fight or flight reaction when you get close to someone. And this could be childhood trauma right here, honestly. Needing to take a look at that as a barrier for being able to relate and connect to somebody else without feeling like you're giving over control. Feeling threatened because as soon as you get close to somebody, you're out of control. And maybe that's true. Maybe you're kind of like, oh, I don't have my wits about me. Holy cow, I really like this person. That's okay. But it doesn't have to mean that your whole ability to have control in your life is just wiped out. You don't give yourself over just because you like somebody. Very simply put, I know. But that's okay. So look at that and seeing what kind of work you can do with that to help you feel like you're on solid ground and moving forward, because the MO right now is for you to withdraw and to outmaneuver and to be secretive and then just leave when the going gets tough. And again, the ability to do that, to be that independent and strong, don't lose that. But it has its place. And perhaps the person you've been dealing with, it might not have its place with that person. There's a love here. Might be worth pursuing. Just saying. Okay, all right. Okay. This one. I was going to try to do this in 8 minutes, but yeah. That's for Virgo. Oh. Time for a deep dive. Okay. And it's the number 6, which for some of these cards, for the 6 of Cups, it would be about past, nostalgia, childhood, innocence, all of that. So this could very well be dealing with taking a deep dive, looking at perhaps some long harbored trauma that is keeping you from connecting with someone because you fear loss of control. And it's like, time to go. No, hold on. Whoopsie. All right, so we're looking at that one. What else for Virgo here? Whoopsie. Virgo. Trust and patience. Oh, Virgo, I'm going to give you a big hug. Okay, all right. So, yeah, because otherwise there's this fight or flight. You know what I mean? It's like I'm going to completely withdraw and withhold, and I'm not going to tell you my secrets ever. I'm not going to let you get close to me. I'm going to get the HE double hockey sticks out of there because I don't trust, and at the same time, I don't have the patience for this to play out. I don't have the patience to learn to trust you. That involves being able to trust yourself, knowing that you've got this, that the answers are all within, that the healing mechanism is all within. And you just need to activate it. You just need to do the deep dive and take a look at what's going on. Could be that you might need help or wise counsel. But for the Virgos I'm reading for, this is dealing with probably past issues you're still hanging on to that are preventing you from connecting authentically to someone. Or others in general. Again, doesn't have to be others. This could be just feeling cut off from yourself, like all you do is just work and go and do, but you're very unto yourself. And maybe you might be disappointed that you can't connect with anyone. It doesn't have to be someone special in mind. This could be the sadness that you're not connecting. You don't feel aligned or connected within yourself because you're still grieving or something's in the way. Hello. Okay, so we've got we've got 4 of Cups here on its side, and we've got the Fool reversed. So this is, it's almost like there's no movement. Things are stagnant, kind of stuck on something, but also bored and wishing. It's like you feel stuck, and you don't see anything new on the horizon, or you just feel more comfortable staying where you're at because it's safe and secure. You don't want to take any risks. You don't want that sort of new beginning, or that feeling of levity, or to kind of let go of something and start over. It's holding on to something just for the sake of something to hold on to, because I'm fine right where I'm at. I don't want to change. I feel secure here. But then it's holding you back also. So it's funny because on the one hand, one area of your life is just banging. I mean, you're solid. Work ethic, productivity, practical matters, solid. But we all know there's more to life than that. And whether you can or can't get out of the house right now, this is about a mindset. This is about internal stuff for the Virgos I'm reading for. I'm not saying that, oh, it's all in your mind. No, I'm not saying that. We're all dealing with being at home too much. But whether you are or aren't, this is the mindset of feeling just that all there is just that one side of you, and there's not. There's a dormant side here that needs to be kind of looked at, and in terms of the barriers that you might put up in trying to connect with somebody else, and why. Because you're in that sweet spot of no growth, but you're safe, and no, maybe being kind of bored with it, but you're safe. Wishing coulda, shoulda, woulda, but you're safe. It's not enough to make you want to risk. So then it becomes maybe some, unhealthy, have some risky habits develop, or like some just starting to kind of not reach out, maybe falling down a rabbit hole here or there. Do you know what I mean? It's just you're in your head too much, perhaps, and you might need some help digging around in there. The deep dive, maybe with some wise counsel, because it's a tender subject. So whatever this is, it's worth looking at, so that you can kind of move past it to be able to connect authentically with yourself or with others. It is going to require that you trust someone else or yourself, and you need to have patience with yourself, because this doesn't happen. Trust doesn't happen overnight. Healing doesn't happen overnight. Awareness, maybe, but new habits based on trust, that takes time, patience. Okay, all right. Okay, Virgo. Big hug to you. Unless you don't like that, that's my fist bump. Fine. Okay, all right. So much love to you, and I hope to see you in the next reading. I'm glad you stopped by to hear this. I wish you healing and trust and patience and kindness. Okay. All right, you take care. Happy birthday to you later in the month.